and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Today is Monday, January 8th, 2024. Streaming live from the Yay studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, he's got good jackets. You could call him the Jackman. It's Bob Aldred.
Michael, thanks again. It's Yay Basketball.
It is. As well as a guy that's probably got the most personality in his department. It's Justin Moore.
Could have gone glasses, jacket, shirt. Glasses, jacket, shirt, man.
Could have. Didn't. As well as a hardworking father of three, good man, but he's going to lose in fantasy this week. It's Trey Dishner.
This guy's got all the jokes.
Like he did last week.
I mean, yeah, that's a joke, except it's accurate. Hey, everybody, how are you today? How you doing, boys?
Good.
Feeling
Great.
great.
Excited to be back today.
Oh, yeah.
Happy January 8th.
Happy January 8th to you, Bob. And, hey, Justin.
Yeah.
Would you go ahead and take 10 points off of Bob's score there, please?
I can do that.
Oh, if you don't remember, our dearest Bob Aldred over here will be serving his punishment for the month of December today by having to say, Yay Basketball, every time he speaks.
That's right, Michael. I now have to say Yay Basketball after saying anything quite literally in a sentence. Yay Basketball.
Keep going.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, there it is. And you lose 10 points
Every time you don't.
every time you don't.
I'm going to
Every
try
time you
really hard not to lose 10 points, guys. Yay
Try not
Basketball.
to. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I do appreciate it. We all appreciate it. We're so glad that have you. As always, be sure to follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Last time, we played YB Time Warp.
Huh?
Not the time work. Let's do the time work again. YB Mystery Game and Over Under, in which we broke down and discussed Tyrese Halliburton's playmaking dominance and the Knicks Raptors trade. We also awarded Winner of the Year to Justin for the year of 2023 and gave a much needed fantasy update for the YB Fantasy League. Check that one out if you have not already. It was a whole bunch of fun. Today's going to be a lot of fun as well. But let's go to some merch first. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Hats, mugs, and all that stuff at yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch.
Yay Basketball.
Now, Justin.
What's up?
Before we move into our first game of the day, can we get an update on the scoreboard and a recap of our picks from last week, please?
You can indeed.
Basketball.
Michael? Trey,
Yes.
you're in last place.
I know.
1,750 points. Almost like regular fantasy out here.
He's not in last, though. Bob is not.
Under 30.
Stop.
No,
Yay
he's
Basketball.
not. SGA is under 32 and a half for Celtics.
is.
Didn't hit. He had 36. That didn't work out for you. That's okay. I am in third place. 1,800 points. I had Jaws over at 26 and a half versus Spurs. That great person scored 26 points exactly. Thank you so much. Hey, Bob.
Yes.
You lost too.
Yay, basketball.
Second place, though. 1,940 points. Now, I don't want to shake your
Shake
hand.
my hand.
We're enemies
Yay
today.
Basketball.
You shake my hand.
Shake my hand. Yay Basketball.
Steph's under at 28 and a half. He also had 36. Hey, Michael,
Yes.
you were the only one that picked it right.
Sure did.
Tyler Hero's under. Your own
Damn
guy,
you.
3,300 points.
He had 12.
He had 12. I get bum.
Just to correct you there, Justin, yes, Bob is...
Not in last.
Okay, you're right. Not in last,
Not in
but
last.
of us, he is
That
in
is
last
true.
in fantasy.
Thank you. Yay
So
Basketball.
I guess we were both right in a way. Good job to us. You just said it. You didn't even say anything, and then you just said basketball. I love it.
You should open and close with it every time.
Yeah, yay basketball. I think that this thing.
Yay Basketball. I don't even. Yeah, over and out. Yay
Oh
Basketball.
boy! All right, Cactus is here. Thank you so much for being here.
Cactus!
Arrow Edits
Yay,
is
basketball.
here, saying that the Knicks are going to win the championship, and David Boone is back. Goat back. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think it's about time that we dive into our first game of the day, and today's first game is What Dude Just Did This.
I was kind of like in shock that this whole thing happened. At that time, I'm walking to the free throw line, and I'm thinking like, this dude just did this. Is this real?
That's right. It's Did This Dude Did This. In this game, you're going to read you a stat line. You're going to tell me what dude did it. If you're right, you get points. If you're wrong, I get points. Because it's what dude just did this. Because...
I was kind of like in shock.
Yes. A whole bunch of fun. Fun game. We love this one. I know my mom will be happy about this. She just likes hearing the sound. She likes hearing...
This dude just did this.
It's her favorite part.
Shouts out, Mom. Yay, basketball.
Shouts out, Mom. Yay, basketball. All right, are you guys ready for round one? You guys work as a team. You know how this goes. If you don't know how it goes at home, figure it out. You'll be all right.
What are the points?
100 if you get it, 100 if you
Got
don't. 100 if you don't, 100 if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same as normal. Alrighty, round one. This dude scored 36 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists to propel his team to victory over a very difficult opponent. Hey boys, what dude just did this?
I'm gonna
36 points.
36 points. We just went over the scoreboard. 2 guys scored 36. Steph Curry and SGA.
Okay.
Oh,
Go for it. What's up?
that was an expression,
Oh,
not
wow.
a word. Yay, basketball.
Hey guys, I never do this. Breaking news from Chris Haynes. Tyrese Halliburton being carried to the locker room by his teammates after slipping on the floor.
Oh, no.
Halliburton was carried off with a towel over his head in considerable pain. Brutal to see. Hopefully not as bad as it looked. Wow. Okay. Tyrese Halliburton's leg slipped out from under him on a drive after falling awkwardly. He had to be carried off the floor in Indy just now.
ACL.
In tonight's game versus Boston. Halliburton led the Pacers to the IST title game. Yeah, we know that. Wow. Okay, so sorry to derail the game, but this is breaking news, which we are...
Oh, wow.
This is not a fortunate thing, but we are fortunate enough to be on air when something big happens. Potentially, we don't know the details of it.
Wow.
Sorry to derail the game, but
Yeah.
let's talk about that real quick. Knee-jerk reactions from anybody if Halliburton's out. Bad thing to say, I realize.
I was going to say, ooh.
Quick Twitch reactions for anybody. Just thoughts on Halliburton potentially being out.
I think we're going to see very quickly how much the Indiana Pacers rely on Tyrese Halliburton, as opposed to it. Well, I'll actually say in comparison to like a Mavericks team without Luka Doncic. You know what I mean? Like, is that kind of impact? Not comparing the two players, person for person here, but that impact on their team in that role, is that going to significantly impact the Pacers in this trajectory that they've been on? Yay, basketball.
Good call. Good catch. Not about that, but wow. Okay, sorry.
I mean, obviously it's awful. You never want to see anything bad happen. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's nothing too serious. I haven't
me
obviously seen any of
see.
it, so I don't know if it's a, if it doesn't look that bad and he just had to be carried off or whatever it is, because he could have slipped and maybe like hit his head or whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it could be anything.
Let me see.
Hopefully
if I
it's not
can snag a video of it.
too traumatic. To be fair, like it obviously sucks. It kind of, if he's gone for any amount of time, it won't be there. It'll just be in like, you got to search Tyrese Halliburton and then some bad person will post that video.
I got it.
Yep. I lost it. It's gone.
Trey.
This is huge. If he is hurt, if it's a significant injury like an ACL, broken leg, that's
Golly.
going to be really bad for the Pacers. And I hate to see a player with his caliber get hurt like that. To see a player deal with an injury like that, you never know how they're going to come back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing huge. But the Pacers are in trouble if this is something big. Andrew Nembhard is going to have to step in and do something
So
like that.
not only Andrew Nembhard, Aaron Neesmith,
Yeah.
I mean, Eggs Benny, it's going to be a whole team effort. And are we going to see a, beginning of the season Memphis team situation where they just flounder completely without their star point guard? Or if we're going to see...
It's a hamstring.
Hamstring says what? Says who?
Yeah,
I just
basketball.
watched it and he's grabbing his hamstring. He like
Does
slips.
it look like a torn? Oh, yeah.
That's an awkward
split.
split. Okay, so even when you say awkward, the first
Can you,
thing Trey and I thought of were definitely ACL
Send that to
injuries.
Yeah.
Because that's usually how that...
That's usually when
Yeah,
you slip
yeah,
and
basketball.
stuff. Yeah. It's all it takes is a little tweak.
Woof. While we're on the injury bug, I guess good news at least is that Cade did avoid a major injury, but he's going to miss at least a few games. Boy, so yikes. We've spent a lot of time talking about Tyrese in the last couple weeks, but obviously this is, we'll see. Yeah, I'm looking at the video now, and it doesn't look great.
It looks better than like the Paul George situation, though. That's
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
it's
So
definitely
I
not
go,
a broken leg.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
But
Sean
it is.
He didn't
Livingston.
he didn't like jump and
basketball.
then fall. He was driving, and when I thought when you said like he landed or something like that, I was like, oh, he jumped and then like fell and slipped, not fall and slipped, but landed and
Yeah.
slipped.
This guy's been averaging 22 and 14 in his last 10. Like,
Yeah,
big loss.
I mean, he's had
Big
multiple
loss.
20 points per 20 assist games. Yeah, looking at this video, he drives against Derek White, goes to do a step back, I believe, fadeaway. I think slips with his right foot and kind of does the splits. Immediately grabs for his left hamstring. Maybe right hamstring. I think. Goodness gracious!
So
It's
even
not
his hip extension,
good-looking.
it's really hyperextended. I think that's also something to look at too.
Wow.
is overextension there.
And when
as
you're
well.
moving that fast and you're going
All
and
it
then
takes.
whoosh.
Well, we don't want to speculate, obviously, anything, because this just happened moments ago, live on air. But obviously, that's devastating for the Pacers, and also, I mean, more importantly, a young superstar in our league. Hopefully,
Yeah.
he's okay, and that's not something that's going to make him miss a lot of time or potentially worse. So, okay. Wow. Well, sorry to derail the game there, but we had to obviously discuss the breaking news while we're on air. So, do you need a refresher on what the round
36
was?
points.
36 points. Yeah, let's get back into it if we can try to pick it back up.
Yeah,
we
go
got
for
it.
it.
I'll get back into it.
I want to.
36 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists to propel his team to a victory over a difficult opponent.
Well, we know Michael has Shea on his team for fantasy. I don't know that has anything to do with
He
the
does.
game.
He does.
But I don't know. First thing that comes to mind is Shea.
yeah, that happened like the thing is, it happened like a week ago. It happened on like Tuesday.
No, it was last Wednesday. So it wasn't like last Thursday. I remember I watched it. Like I had the night off. I definitely tuned in.
I mean, I'm okay with it.
For the,
it was my idea. I'm
yeah,
gonna talk
basketball.
myself, I guess, out of my own idea again. But
Dock him of 10, please.
Yeah, basketball.
oh, I was like, what?
Cactus makes a good point, just circling back to what we were talking about a second ago there. Cactus says Pacers will drop to the 12 seed if Hallie is out for the rest of the season. Yeah, basketball.
I don't see that.
and he
But I
commented
mean,
that.
Yeah, I know. Thank you. Yeah,
don't-
basketball. I appreciate
He's
you.
the GOAT.
anyway,
Let's get an answer here. Yeah.
let's just go SGA, and maybe we're wrong, maybe we're right. Who cares?
SGA final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Well done, gentlemen. Of course. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder are here and have had impressive wins over the league's best teams in the last couple of weeks, including Tuesday's win over Boston and blowout wins against the Timberwolves and Nuggets. 25-year-old superstar SGA is among the best in the league at the moment and in the hunt for his first MVP award. First and a half year big man, Chet Holmgren, seems to have snatched the Rookie of the Year award from his French counterpart Victor Wembanyama, and second-year guard Jalen Williams continues to make big plays in the biggest of games. All the while, the Thunder have an unmatched arsenal of draft capital and might be prepared to be buyers at the impending trade deadline. Bob, can the Thunder make a title run this year? Is Chet a lock for Rookie of the Year? And can SGA win MVP?
God, it was perfect intel right then. I know you wanted to hit that SGA for MVP.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
basketball.
the three, yeah.
By the way, is that Rumble the Bison, the mascot of the Oklahoma City Thunder? Yay, basketball. Know your mascots, gang. Yay, basketball.
Just a
All
quick thing. You don't have to just for when you're analyzing things. You don't need it at each sentence. Just so you know, I want to give you a little leniency. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yay, basketball. Okay, whatever. Yay, basketball. I'm not taking any chances, you slippery son of a gun. Yay, basketball. All right, so no, I truly believe, and legitimately, I think the whole idea around the league is that the Thunder have such an amazing core, a young, up-and-coming superstar, a superstar that's already there, who's also the same age as Jason Tatum. I want to point out to all the viewers at home, SGA and Tatum are the same age.
Sure are.
Yay, basketball. Also, of course, the picks, everything like that, I don't see them moving now, but I do see them moving sooner rather than later. We're talking like off-season sort of situation. But I just, man, unless they swing for Markkanen, or I don't think they would swing for Markkanen to lock up that championship win this year. They would need to swing for something bigger. They need not only to send out all their draft capital, but maybe something else even to sweeten it after that. But who knows? Unless you just pick up the bottom of the barrel team, like the best assets, say they go to Washington and get like Daniel Gafford and frickin'
Weird
Kuzma or something like that for some picks, and
More
then
doable.
they go to Utah and they get, I don't know, Presti and Danny Ainge can scissor each other with their picks, the amount of picks they have.
Quick question:
God damn.
let's say that the
basketball.
Wizards do move off of Kuzma in that situation, which is the first I've heard of this. Maybe have some inside intel. Does Kuzma start on that team?
On the
Thunder team?
Thunder team? I mean, what is he, a James Harden role player? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't really, I just don't think you mess with it for now. And I think patience is a big part of it. And I just think you kind of let them cook.
Can the
And
Thunder
then you go-
Can the Thunder make a title
Yay,
run this
basketball.
year?
Yeah. Yay, basketball.
Is Chet a lock for Rookie of the Year?
No. Yay, basketball.
And can SGA win MVP?
Yes. Yay, basketball.
Justin,
Just what about, my questions are
the same three I just asked
same
him
three.
seconds ago.
So, well, I just, I don't know who they're trading for. Like, I don't know what assets. Rather, they can just trade draft picks for it. Now, the draft picks help, but you still have to match the money. So, like, even if you bring somebody really big and you got to figure out how to match all the money, and then your whole team kind of goes out the window. So they're not built with the same kind of chemistry at that point in time. If you trade everybody away and then the draft capital, can they win a title? Again, unless they can trade for something huge, I don't think so. I don't think the team is ready yet. I just think that I think they're coming. They're obviously full steam ahead. Resume, but I don't think they can win. I think Victor's such a lock for Rookie of the Year. I think
Surprising.
I think the name outshines it all, and I think the argument for him, because the Rookie of the Year has never been based on wins. So like.
Fair.
So I just don't
Or
feel
being
like
on the best team, sorry. Yay,
exactly.
basketball.
So I go, Victor is his whole team. There is nothing on that team besides him. Whereas on the other side, you potentially have an MVP candidate, but also I don't think SGA will even sniff the MVP.
Even sniff.
I don't think he'll be a top 3 finisher.
Top 3. Okay.
And so to me, if you're not a top 3 finisher, I know you're a candidate, but you're not really a candidate.
Well, I would say that sniffing
Agreed.
MVP
Yay,
would
basketball.
qualify as. I think that anything in the getting
5.
top 5 MVP
Yeah.
votes.
Okay, if you're a
should
top 5
qualify
presidential
as-
finisher, you didn't sniff the presidency.
Sure,
either.
we're talking about two different things.
But
talking
I'm
about
just
MVP.
saying, like,
Basketball.
so I don't think he can win the MVP just because I just don't think he does what the other like top 3 candidates do. Like he doesn't,
Which are who in your mind? Just curious.
which are Jokic, Embiid, and Luka.
Okay.
I don't see him. We have eyeballs. He's not as good at basketball as those 3 guys are, and he's not as dominant as those 3 guys are. And I just feel like you could pull up probably darn near any numbers, and that probably bears out. Individually, you could make the argument maybe on the Luka side, if the Mavericks fall down and the Thunder stay in the 3 spot, you could make that argument if the Mavericks fall down to like 6 or something. But I don't know if that's going to happen because Kyrie's been balling when he came back, but. I don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do. I think they stand pat, and I think they draft because they obviously draft pretty well. Why wouldn't you just keep building that way? Unless somebody wants to leave. So like, do you? I don't, because then you're obviously not going to trade SGA. Like, so I don't know what you do. I don't know. Like, I think they're in a problem now with too many riches. Because you can't. What do you
good
like?
problem to
That's
have.
not a problem. So I'm
It
sorry.
is when you
Yay,
can't
basketball.
move it because you can't move draft picks by themselves. You have to pair players with them, and you have to match salaries. That's how the trade market works.
But the Thunder's roster is constructed in a way in which they
could do
can
that.
pair a couple of pieces, like guys that aren't getting many minutes, like Poku, who's averaging 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
but
a
I don't know what he
game.
gets paid.
He gets paid a lot, not a lot, but when you use him and another guy that doesn't hardly play, and you add a guy like Markkanen, and then you throw in those picks, it starts to look a little bit more realistic.
I guess in my head, I'm thinking they need a star at the caliber of darn near an SGA to win a title.
I hear that.
So I go, I don't know what you're giving up.
Trey, let's talk about the Thunder. Can they win the title run this year, or can they make a title run this year? Is Chet a lock for Rookie of the Year and is SGA an MVP candidate?
The Thunder can definitely make a title run this year. They do need to make some moves, move some of those draft picks, maybe bring in a Markkanen, maybe bring in a Pascal Siakam.
Yep.
Would be a good fit.
Two great names.
The next question was, do I think what was the next question? Sorry.
Is Chet a lock for Rookie of the Year, and can
Okay.
SGA win MVP?
So I think Chet is a lock for the Rookie of the Year. The reason being is, this Thunder team was a 10th seed last season at the end of the year.
Yeah, they were in the plan.
So they didn't have Chet. Chet's came in. They're now a 3rd seed. This team's meshing well together. I think Chet and Shea is a big reason for that. I think Chet wins out the Rookie of the Year over Victor Wembanyama. Just the reason being is where their team's at the end of the year, or when they do the voting. The Spurs are not good. Victor is very good, but the Thunder is a really good team, and Chet's a big reason for that. I think Shea can win the MVP, and I think that he should be in the running for it. Again, with the Thunder where they're seated right now, he's a big reason for that.
Sure.
They've knocked off big teams. They beat the Nuggets, I want to say.
By 16.
Yeah, they
Beat the Wolves by 18.
yeah, this team is the real deal. They are young. They need to build a little more chemistry, but they could, package a Lou Dort. Even I wouldn't give up on Giddey yet, but even if he hasn't been playing like I think
Played
he
well
should
against
be.
Boston.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this team could make some moves. If they make the move to get that star in there, they will be a title contender. But if not, I don't see them winning a title this year.
So the big thing about this team is the playoff experience. You did kind of allude to this. They're one of the youngest teams in the league with an average of 24 years old. That is young, boys. The only team as young as them to win the title in the modern era was the 2015 Warriors. And although I love Shea, he's not Steph. No. And I love Jalen Williams. He's not Clay in 2015. Some encouraging stats, though, about the Thunder. They are first in three-point percentage, but in 17th in three-point attempts, meaning they don't shoot a ton of threes, but when they do, they make them at a league best rate. They are second in the league in field goal percentage, but 20th in attempts. Same logic applies. They are first in free throw percentage, but 15th in free throws attempted. Same logic applies. They are also first in blocks, third in net rating, third in effective field goal percentage, fourth in offensive rating, fourth in assist to turnover ratio, sixth in pace, seventh in defensive rating. Any measurable metric you want to use, this is a legitimate team. Yep. They are legitimate contenders. The big thing is the X factor that can't be listed is experience. Now, they got a taste of it in the play-in game in New Orleans last year. Wasn't quite the same as being down 3-2 to Denver in round one, or whatever it might be. It's not quite the same. Breaking news here again. Tyrese Halliburton strained hamstring is what it says.
Ooh.
Good call on
That's
the
a good one.
hammy.
Big,
Gay
big,
basketball.
That's a good
big sigh of relief there. Thank goodness that he's
He'll be out
okay.
a few weeks, I'm guessing.
Sam Presti has done an exceptional job at crafting a roster that is full of playmakers and multi-talented players. They don't just have one guy that can go get you a bucket. So much is made of SGA's pace and his herky-jerky scoring style. And while it seems like nearly impossible to stop because no one's been able to do it this year, it's not their only asset, especially when it comes to crunch time. Against the Celtics the other night, they put the ball in J-Dub's hands with under a minute to go on a bigger, more experienced Jason Tatum twice, and he got buckets both times. You good over there? Somebody was throwing stuff. Sorry.
What are you doing, Justin? Yeah, basketball.
Look, they know how to read defensive. They know how to read defensive teams and defensive schemes, and you see a level of maturity with them that you don't often see from teams that are 24 average age. They attacked Boston's zone the other night on several occasions, and in ways that other teams are unable to do so many times throughout the year. I think Chet will win Rookie of the Year. He's on a better team. He'll get it. I ultimately think that is going to play a factor for one of the few times ever. Yeah, I agree. It shouldn't, but yes. Victor has the opportunity to do funniest thing ever and wear the Donovan Mitchell hoodie, the rookie definition of rookie. In terms of SGA, well, so
Thought he was going to come in real
Here
hard.
we go.
And he
Yay
didn't.
basketball.
I have him second right now. What Embiid is doing cannot be ignored. He's breaking records that have stood for decades. He's dominating in ways that we haven't seen since Shaq. SGA is right behind him, averaging 31.5, 6, and 6.5 on 55%. 35, he doesn't shoot great from three. He never has. And 89%, leading the league in steals and only 1.9 turnovers per game. He's been amazing. Look, Luka runs the offense. Is he a guard? I guess. He's a guard forward, whatever. He's a hybrid player, sure. Whatever you want to call him. If you count him as a guard, then it's a toss-up between him and SGA about who's been the best guard in the league this season. But, yeah, I mean, points, rebounds, and assists go to Luka. Every single measurable statistic, advanced stat goes to SGA. Win shares per 48, win shares, defensive box plus minus, offensive box plus minus. Every single statistic outside of the main three that we look at on a box sheet, on a box score, go to SGA. And these are legitimate, measurable, advanced statistics. I think that SGA is the better player than Tatum. I'll take him over Tatum. I'll take him over...
for sure.
And I'm not saying he's a better player than Jokic or a better player than Luka at the moment, but in terms of who's having the better year, SGA's got a better case in my mind because, like you said, the Thunder are in the 2 seed, or I guess now they're in the 3 seed, half game back of the Thunder, or the half game back of the Nuggets.
Full game.
They're
Nice.
They're 7 points up on the Wizards as we speak. So I would take SGA if you take the narrative into account, because I don't find it likely that Embiid repeats. I also think it's possible that Embiid gets disqualified because of not enough games played.
Yeah, we could have a whole show about that. I don't even want to get into
Yeah,
it.
no, yeah. So that's a whole thing. All right, well, we're running long on question 1 because of the Halliburton relief, but let's go on to question 2 now. So that's 100 points to you guys. Is that right?
Yeah, it is.
On to question 2. This dude scored 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists on 11 of 19 shooting to help secure a much-needed win for his team. Hey, guys.
What?
What dude just did this?
LeBron James.
What?
LeBron James.
Yay basketball?
LeBron James
For real?
just did this.
A must win against who? Yay basketball.
The Clippers.
We have our answer, Michael. We would like to answer it. Yay basketball.
Fair enough.
We believe the answer is, correct me if I'm wrong, LeBron James.
LeBron James, final
Yay,
answer.
Final answer, yay basketball.
That is correct. Well done, Justin. Good job to you. 100 more points for the 3 of you. Despite the win over the 4-seed Clippers last night, LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers are 3-7 in their last 10 and sit just a half game up on the 11th-seeded Warriors. Just 1 month ago, the Lakers were the 4 seed in the West and looked like they had figured out things finally with their new roster. Now, questions about second-year head coach Darvin Ham's lineup have been called into question, with many Laker fans calling for his dismissal from the team entirely. Bob. No, actually, Trey.
It's okay.
What seems to be the
Okay.
problem for LA, and who is to blame?
I put the blame on Darvin Ham. I'm not a big fan of him. I think he's the biggest problem. I mean, you got LeBron James, you got Anthony Davis. They're playing great.
Yeah.
Who else do you point the finger at?
Sure.
I mean, the blame's got to go on somebody, and I don't think I would point the finger at anybody other than Darvin Ham. And it's rotational. It's Darvin Ham.
Is there a fix?
Honestly, I mean, you could fire him and have LeBron pick who he wants to coach the team. I don't think it'll really help the Lakers if they get rid of him or keep him. I don't think there's a fix. I don't think it'll help either
You
way.
just think they're going to be bad this year or what?
I don't think. Yeah, I think they'll be where they're at.
Wow. Justin,
I mean, I don't know that I guess blame Darvin Ham.
who is to blame?
When you have, who many of us consider the greatest player of all time, one of the greatest basketball minds of all time, if not the greatest basketball mind of all time, it's hard for me to not think that he's making decisions about what's going on, about who's on the court, about what they're running, about what they're doing, about what in the flow of the game, what's happening. And consistently since he's been in LA, outside of the 1 year where they win a title, which was a great run, this has kind of been the Lakers. They're in the play-in. They don't play well during the regular season. They get to the playoffs and they play okay, or they miss the playoffs entirely. So, I mean, I would put the blame on the star players. I mean,
Wow.
because if other players played like these star players are playing and their team was losing, we'd say they were stat padding. We'd say they weren't making their teammates better. We'd say they weren't playing conducive basketball to winning because they're not winning. I'm old enough to remember when we said Luka couldn't win MVP because his team wasn't winning.
Well, yeah, MVP is not the conversation.
I understand that, but it's his fault they're not winning.
No, it's not his fault. It's always been the best player in one of the best teams, or the best player on the best team, or the best player that makes his team that much better. The problem is that the team around Luka has always been ass is the problem.
It hasn't always been that for MVP, but I hear you.
It almost always has been in the modern era.
In the modern era, definitely not. More so, not in the modern era. We gave Russ an MVP for averaging a triple-double. His team wasn't great.
They
People
finished
tell me that
fucking sixth because of him is what I'm saying.
So his team wasn't great. They finished sixth.
Do you realize you just you contradicted your own point? You know that, right? Do you realize? Do you hear yourself? You don't hear yourself.
What did I?
You just
contradict?
made the argument that we. Go ahead. I knew that this category was just going to be you saying shit anyway. So just do what you're going to do. Go ahead.
No, I just
I'm
feel
going to
like-
let you do what you
I
do.
just-
I'm not going to interrupt. Do what you're going to do.
Sorry.
You just get the way you are. Go ahead. Go ahead. Give
people
Bob
that-
a shot whenever you want. Whenever you're done.
Okay. When things performing bad, I blame the things that are performing bad and not winning. That's what it is.
So LeBron is not performing. LeBron is performing bad, is what you're saying.
Is he winning basketball games?
Is LeBron performing bad? Is what you just said.
Again, are they winning basketball games? So he's not performing the
Sorry, yeah,
correct
I'm
way
just gonna-
to win basketball games because they're
just gotta mute
losing
myself. I can't.
basketball games. And again, it's not just LeBron James. You didn't hear what I said. I said the stars, right? So again, Anthony
Because
Davis.
AD's playing like at a career rate right now. What are you fucking talking about? You're just. I don't even know if you've looked at anything with this team because you don't like them. I don't know that. I think you're just the Nuggets are a lock, so just ignore every other team in the West.
That's
but the
not-
Nuggets are. Sorry, the Lakers' problem is not LeBron and AD. It's the only thing that's keeping them in games.
But they're not. So again,
AD is a defensive player of the year candidate, and LeBron's averaging 25, 7, and 7. What are you fucking talking about? How do you blame the
not
two of
playing
them?
basketball in a way that's winning basketball games?
So at some point, it has to do with like either the coach or like rotations. Who does it fall on? If they're the two main guys are doing their part, whose fault is it? Who do we blame?
So is doing your part helping your team win basketball games?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Is anybody on the Lakers doing their job? No.
LeBron and AD are,
Then why aren't they winning basketball games?
because it takes more than just two players to win a game, man.
Gentlemen, may I? Yeah,
Yes,
basketball.
Bob, go ahead. Let's hear your take.
Now we're looking at a pretty mid defense, but like you guys are saying, a terrible offense. You know, and we can point to the coach, we can point to the player, but I think we go higher up. I think we need to look at that roster construction from the offseason. Why the hell did they give up Dennis Schroeder? Why did they give up? Why?
real.
There was it was unnecessary. He was honestly a third or fourth option during that run in which they were successful while being, like you said, that like 10th seed, that play-in team. So right now, I'm not worried about the Lakers legitimately. Like they will be in that 10-9 spot, get to the play-in, do what they need to do. But it's not on LeBron and it's not on AD and it's not on Schroeder. It's on the roster construction from the offseason, dude. If you want to blame LeBron or the stars, okay, let's blame the stars, the quote unquote stars like Austin Reeves that apparently was supposed to be the third big in this big three.
He
That's
is the third best player on the team, though, still, which says something.
which says something. And so if LeBron and AD can play the way that they can, but there's no help, Rui Hachimura just doesn't really play good basketball. Gabe
injured.
Vincent is completely
Injured.
Yeah,
gone from the whole situation.
He's
Like
played 2 games.
D'Lo has not.
D'Lo's
D'Angelo
D'Lo's-
Russell
He may
is
be
a
an
problem.
issue. He's an issue.
D'Lo's gonna be gone at the deadline.
Anyway, so I blame roster construction. I just blame Rob Pelinka. Yeah,
And
that's
you
what I
weren't
blame.
one of these people, but I got told in the offseason the Lakers had a good offseason, that they built a good roster. We were like, yeah, here they go.
They did, yeah.
But
They
now
made a
it-
lot of
but now
moves,
it
EA
can't be
basketball.
Everything
move
on
people.
paper,
It can't be all
everything
these other
on
things.
everything on paper can look pretty. So did the Nets. You take three successful, really good basketball players, and you put it together. It doesn't always work out. They had a great offseason.
Suns.
They
EA
signed,
basketball.
they signed players that they needed to sign that on paper do what holes they needed to fill. Resume. But yeah, so I stand by. They had a good offseason. The players that they signed are performing to the level they need to. Look, the problem for the Lakers right now is coaching, like you said. The problem is shooting, and the problem is turnovers. Last week, Darvin Ham put out a starting 5 of LeBron, Jared Vanderbilt, Torian Prince, Rui Hachimura, and AD. Hey, man, you're starting 5 forwards.
Those are 5 power forwards, my
Maybe
guy.
maybe there's a reason guards and centers have existed in the league for 60 fucking years. Then he gives up on that. He bailed on that lineup after one game, which
bet.
thank God, because he got blown out by the Pelicans when he did it.
Spoiler alert.
Then he starts Reeves. Reeves plays really well in the starting lineup, but he's staggering his minutes in a way where he has few opportunities to be the only primary ball handler on the floor, which is when he really shines the most. His catch and shoot numbers are down from last year. But also he's been coming off the bench, so I mean some of these stats are a little bit shaky. But his catch and shoot numbers are down from last year. His 3-point numbers are down from last year, but that's because he's not being able to kind of be the primary ball handler the way that he was in the postseason last year when LeBron would just dump it to him and say, do your thing. You know, it's kind of this new scheme that it seems like Darvin Ham has tried to come up with. It seems like fucking chocolate pudding. It's terrible.
Progressive.
Then it's little decisions for Darvin Ham. Like last night, for example, it's tied at 97 with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. He subs out Jared Vanderbilt for D'Angelo Russell in a game situation where they need a stop. You need a
Vanderbilt.
stop. You need Vanderbilt. You need defense right now because you know that the ball is going to go to LeBron or Anthony Davis or Austin Reeves. You need the defense in there. If Vanderbilt hadn't had a great game, but if you're looking for shooting, I'll continue. Then a minute and a half later, D'Lo gets subbed out for Jared Vanderbilt.
You're like, what's going on?
I was
Yeah.
so confused as to.
Yeah, he
Everybody was.
subs in D'Lo.
Oh, I get it now. I'm sorry. I was lost with you. I thought something happened. I was like, what happened?
Like when they needed a defensive player, they subbed them out.
No. I understand that. I thought something happened in the room.
Got you.
In multiple game situations, the other team will go on these long, scoreless runs for the Lakers, and he just stands there with his hands in his pockets, doesn't call timeouts, doesn't make adjustments. He just lets it happen. The Pelicans last week, it was over a week ago at this point, but they went on a 17-0 run in the end of the first quarter, second quarter, that blew the game open, and the Lakers were never able to recover. Guess how many timeouts were called in that? And none. One, technically, I guess, because it was the end of the fucking quarter. This guy just doesn't understand general game situations the way he probably should as a fucking head coach in the league. And he's a smart basketball mind, is what everybody said when he got hired. And then I wonder if some of the microscope or some of the things, but then you just look at the fucking rotations, and like you're saying, it's rotations, and it's like, yeah, some guys aren't performing well, absolutely, but also you have to know who's not performing well, who needs to be in what situation, and all those kinds of things. All right, enough about coaching. Well, I will just say that he needs to figure it out, because if he doesn't, ESPN's going to be looking for another replacement for Doc Rivers, because he's going to be wearing a quarter zip on the Lakers sideline here in about a few weeks, and I don't want that to happen. Still cooking up nothing. Doc Rivers will be, but golly, the Lakers aren't just going to go hire anybody. They'll fucking hire a name.
They did hire
hire.
some anybody. His name's Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They'll overcorrect from this.
Run it back.
That's exactly my point, is that they'll overcorrect from this because they hired celebrity coach, and they all fucking sucked. And all of them sucked, and then this guy sucked. Yeah, I mean, and there's no right answer. Okay. This is also a matter of shooting. They're 25th in three-point percentage and dead last in attempts. Remember everything I was saying about the Thunder? They're the opposite. They are also bottom 5 in turnovers in their last 10 games. It's a rough stretch for the Lakers, to say the least. And the scariest part of all of this is that LeBron and AD are playing very well. I'm not sure what the answer is, because if you look at that alone, you would think that it would be enough to at least get him in a top 6 seed out of the play-in situation, because you've gotten how many games has LeBron played here? Real quick, I can tell you. LeBron has played 34 games. AD has played 35 games. So you look at that on paper and you go, well, that should be enough. They're playing really, really well, right? And it's not. Something's got to change. I fear they'll make a scary, don't need to do it trade at the trade deadline, and then maybe cause some damage long term. But I don't know what the long term is anymore, because of LeBron's timeline and all the timelines, anyways. All right, let's get on to question 3 in our final round for this game. This dude scored 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 0 assists in 0 minutes over his team's last 13 games. What dude just did this?
It's Draymond Green. Yay, basketball.
Draymond Green.
Final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct. Well done, boys.
Good job, Bob.
Look at your realization.
Of course. Yeah. Yay, basketball.
Draymond Green just continues to amaze. He became the first person in human history to solve his anger issues in just 3 weeks, and he's now the odds-on favorite for the Nobel Peace Prize in Medicine and Physiology. Still, though, before he was able to return to the court, the president of Punch was able to return to the studio and release a new episode of his podcast in which he said this.
I had a conversation with Adam Silver, commissioner of our league. I just told him, Adam, it's too much for me. Like, this is too much. It's all becoming too much for me. And I'm going to retire. And Adam said, you're making a very rash decision. And I won't let you do that.
Just real quick, right there towards the end, this is how I feel when Trey wants to bet all of his points.
And Adam said, you're making a very rash decision.
This dude got in trouble for punching players on the court and said, fuck it, I'll quit. Steve Kerr said when he met with Draymond during the suspension that both of them cried. No question here. I just need to say this. Enough of this. I will not let Draymond sit here and play the victim. Like, oh, boo-hoo, this is getting to be too much for you. It's all too much. You did this. This is you. You did this all to yourself. You deserve a worse punishment than what you've received. I think you should have got 20-plus games. And if it's getting to be too much, then maybe stop putting people in headlocks and punching them on the court. You fucking idiot. Enough with Draymond. I hope they cut him. They won't, obviously. Fuck Draymond Green for life. Let's move on.
Oh, real quick.
Yes, quickly, very quickly.
Adam Silver has been an amazing commissioner. One of the best commissioners in sports history.
Worst decision of his career.
You've lost so much good faith by talking him out of retirement. You could have solved all of your fucking issues. Yeah, go ahead, man. Fucking dumbass.
Yeah, it also seems very inflated from what Draymond was saying. It seems interesting. I don't know.
I'm calling Cat.
I was
Get
talking
this
to
guy acting
Saying,
gig.
Adam.
Yay, basketball. Go
All
to Turner,
right.
brother.
With that,
It's time for Bob's Buckets.
It's a bucket.
Yeah, buckets. Here we go. Now, why do you tune into Yay Basketball? Yay Basketball. It's because Yay Basketball of Bob's Buckets and the most obscure buckets you need. So the bucket that you get this week, gentlemen, listen, the Raptors are 3-1 in their last 4 games. Do we wonder why?
RJ Barrett.
Is it Emmanuel Quickly? Shut up. It's RJ Barrett. Oh! You saw my notes. So my bucket this week, RJ Barrett. Wow, good to see that he won't be a bust. Here's a number 1 overall pick. Wait, was he 1 or 2?
2.
He was 2.
2 or 3.
He's number 2. Yeah, he was top 3.
Wow,
he
thank
was
God.
3 behind John Zion.
Yep.
He won't be a bust, in my opinion. Tibbs was crazy. I think Tibbs ran that shit like a summer camp.
Careful. It's coming there.
ran that shit like a fat camp, okay? You know, like heavyweight style. And now that he's in Toronto, they're having fun in the locker room. They're having a blast. Looks like a better environment. Justin, speak from experience, my guy, but when you move to a better work environment, you usually are a better person.
Have you met me?
Anyway, on the 7th, RJ dropped 37 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds in 36
did.
minutes.
Yes, he
5 and
did.
8 from 3 against the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, sorry. I mean, the Warriors. I can't tell the difference these days because they're so fucking shitty right now. Yay, basketball. RJ Barrett.
Wow.
Bucket of the week.
Wow.
Yeah, basketball.
That's a good bucket. And also, you're right. Yeah. What did he have? 30. What was the final stat there?
37, 6, and 6.
Wow.
And he'll do that.
5 and 8
He'll
from
do
3.
Whoa. What is that? What is that? Wait, whoa. What was that?
Sexy fireman.
Guys, you know what that sound means.
We don't.
You're gonna. It's time for the random question of the day. An all new thing we're doing here on YBA Basketball. It's time for the random question of the day where I ask one random NBA trivia question. Each one of you gets one answer. Anyone who gets it right gets 1,000 points
What the
for your
fridge?
monthly score. That's because it's the random trivia question of the day. Wow. Today's question is...
Let's hear it.
Chris Kaman is a German-American former NBA center. He was drafted 6th overall in the 2003 NBA draft and played 13 years in the league. What number did Chris Kaman wear in all but one season?
Just one question.
One question. If you get it, you get 1,000. You get one answer.
One guess, he means.
Well, you get to give
you don't
me
get
an
to ask
answer
a
one
question.
time.
I
Yeah.
think I know it.
Oh.
You better do it because they might get it.
35.
Out of fucking nowhere! That is correct! Yep. Unexpected 1,000
serious?
points on the
This is
random
like my-
question
it's
of
my
the
jam.
day. Trey gets
Rain Man.
1,000 points
yeah,
out
man, this is
of
jam.
nowhere.
I got 1,000 points to bet at the end of this game.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. My man.
We
my
keeping
man
it on
is
the
a
table.
degenerate
We
over
keeping
here.
it on the
man.
table.
I didn't clip the thing where he was like, "I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe."
Where's that Draymond clip?
Yeah, right. I'm talking you out of a real bad decision. All righty. Well, wow, there was the random question of the day. And with that, I think it's time for a little bit more Trey. And that's when we get to Trey's fact of the day.
Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to Trey's Fact of the Day.
Hey.
And now today we're going to be talking about the extraterrestrial. Now we're not going to be talking about the UFO sightings in Miami or wherever all that other stuff we're talking
Philadelphia.
about.
I'm all in.
We're talking about the freaking, Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, okay.
And
We're
where
talking
he,
about freaking.
Yeah, we're talking about freaking. We're going to talk about where he sits in his first 31 games next to the other greats. So in 31 games, his number of blocks, he has 101. Two other players, so other players that have had, let me reword
Do it in
this.
reverse order.
Okay.
Bigger
so-
reveal.
Yeah. Okay. So other players that have got, so Tim Duncan has had 80 in 31 games. Dikembe Mutombo had 84. Victor Wembanyama has 101 in 31 games.
In their first 31 games.
First 31 games.
DPOY.
Now, hey, I'm just
Yeah,
Trey.
basketball.
I'm just curious. He's a big man.
Yeah.
He's a center.
Yeah.
But what is this guy like? How does he stack up against some of the great shooters in their first 31 games?
Oh, okay. So shooters. So let's go to that.
What?
So when we're talking shooters, let's talk 3-point.
Ah,
So in their first
okay.
31 games.
Yeah.
So Kevin Durant, he had 38 3-pointers in his first 31 games.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk about the greatest shooter
Yeah.
of
What
all
about
time.
the best ever?
Steph Curry, 41.
Yes.
Yeah, 41. So Victor's probably
What-
way below that.
What would be your guess in Victor's?
25%.
Yeah, 25.
25? Let's go 46.
46.
46 in his first 31 games.
Wait, he's shooting 46%.
No,
No.
He's
He's
hit-
made 46
Threes
three-pointers
in
in
his
his first 31 games
I
compared to
see.
Steph
Sorry,
and
my
KD's numbers.
presentation was kind of.
No,
No,
you
but that
got
makes
this.
sense.
You nailed this.
Wow.
But no, yeah. So when you're talking shooting, he sits up there with Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and then when you're talking defensive wise, he sits up there with Dikembe Mutombo and Tim Duncan. So like, is this guy like? Is he the next LeBron James?
LeBron, he's going to be.
Is he better? Do you think he's better?
I mean, apparently he's not even the rookie of the year
I
according
don't-
to everybody else around here.
I don't know that he's gonna be LeBron. He's gonna be, and I don't want to say he's gonna be better, but he's gonna be something we've never seen before. I think we can all agree on that. That game against the Bucks, my fucking god, my what the fuck, man?
Dude, that was crazy.
That block against Giannis. There was a moment you saw it in Giannis' face. He's like, "What?" When he like backs, like shoulders
Yes.
him and still catches him with
Yes.
with his left hand. He got him with his left hand. With his left hand. Still
That
caught him.
backdoor cut?
You can see. No.
That was crazy,
he
too.
Crosses Victor, gets him, and then drives and like body checks him.
Oh, and then he gets blocked. Yeah,
And still
yeah,
gets
yeah.
blocked. Palms that shit,
Yeah.
by
You
the
hear
way.
what Giannis
It was
said?
not a tip. Huh.
You know what Giannis, he goes, he's not, whoever said he was like 7'4", they're lying. He's taller than that.
Yeah,
don't know
I
what
keep
you're
saying
talking
whenever
Well,
somebody
in his
says
backdoor
7'4",
cut.
like he's 7'5.5". You guys are idiots.
The length that he can cover is well over 8.5 to 9 feet, and the height of the basketball is well over 10 to 11.
Well, he
feet.
can do it
so,
all.
Yay, basketball! Yeah.
Every time I'm like, give me.
So yeah,
good.
no, that guy's a freak.
Good. He is definitely a freak, and that. So if you were paying attention yesterday, they did lose to the Cavaliers in a very close game against Jared Allen, who's been playing incredible, by the way.
Out of nowhere,
the Cavs about to go to France this week, but he like was walking off the court and into the tunnel and screamed like this guttural scream because they lost. You love that. Ryan Russillo made this point. Big dudes, especially dudes that big, it's hard to tell. Excuse me, if they love the game or they've just always been told you got to play ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're so big, you got to play basketball. This dude fucking loves the game, and that's going to be one of the biggest things that's going to help his career.
Yep.
Great fact there, Trey. Good
you.
job. Shall we
Thank
move on
you,
to
Bob.
our game of the day?
Michael?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Trey. Yay, basketball!
Let's move on to Stat Match. Nope.
Go ahead,
Damn
Trey.
it.
Yeah,
Let's do it here. Yeah! It's Stat Match. In this game, I will list 4 stats and 4 players. It will be your job to work as a team to correctly match the player with the stat that belongs to them. You get 50 points for every correct match, and I receive 50 points for every incorrect match. We've played this plenty of times before. Are we all clear on the rules there, gents?
Yes.
Well, let's get to round 1.
Yay,
Here
basketball.
are your stats. All of these stats over the course of the game are career stats. No single season or games or series or anything like that. 2.7 career turnovers per game. 3.5 personal fouls per game. 10.9 rebounds per game. And 0.7 steals per game. Here are your players. 4 great big men. 4 of the greatest. Maybe the 4 greatest. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Shaquille O'Neal. Tim Duncan. And Hakeem Olajuwon.
Run over those stats one more time.
2.7 career turnovers. 3.5 personal fouls. 10.9 rebounds. And 0.7 steals.
Okay. I think, go ahead.
You started. Go ahead.
I think Tim Duncan's 10.9 rebounds.
Okay.
I think Hakeem is personal fouls.
Yeah, because Shaq's gonna have a lot of fouls. I think he's more than the.
I think Kareem is steals and Shaq is turnovers.
Turnovers were how many?
2.7.
You think who is turnovers?
Shaq.
Yeah, that one actually did scream to me too.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Legitimately.
to. I took my headphones off for a second, and as you guys are deliberating, it's
Yeah.
such a different vibe without this music. You guys are just like, well, what if it's this? And it's like you're listening. Sorry.
The only
I just
thing
had
that
to
gets me
go
with
ahead.
Shaq is when he got the ball in the paint, he didn't really pass it back out. I guess you could fumble the ball, do whatever. But usually when he got the ball in the paint, he
Yeah, but he played so long and so grabby.
That's true.
That
That is
is
the
true.
argument against
That
it.
is true.
So actually, fouls. I think of fouls for Shaq as well. Not known for his defense. He's going to be in the paint always. He's just going to attract that number naturally
fouls is
over
fine.
over a long period of time.
Switch him and Hakeem.
So Hakeem then would be the
2.7?
turnovers.
Yeah.
I just think he would. I think Shaq had more than 2-3 fouls a game because he was known to hack. Like
No, he was known to get hacked. Not
hacker Shaq.
hack a
Shaq was
Hacker
him
Shaq.
getting
Okay,
fouled.
Not hacker
okay,
Shaq.
Okay. Either way. So we can go with that.
like a 70s
Learn something new
slasher
today,
villain,
guys.
You know what I mean?
So Kareem is rebounds, and then
No,
what do we
Tim
think?
Duncan's rebounds.
Okay, so then Kareem is
Steals.
0.7 steals.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's do that.
you still have that.
Yeah.
Yay, basketball.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a final answer there.
Hakeem is the turnovers. Shaq is the fouls. Tim Duncan is the rebounds, and Kareem is the steals.
Final answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too late now, but
Nope.
all four are wrong
Excuse
there, my
me?
boys. Yeah, sorry about that. Kareem, 2.7 turnovers. Hakeem, 3.5 personal fouls. Shaq, 10.9 career rebounds. And Tim Duncan, only 0.7 steals. Surprising on the research side.
I'm sorry. How
that-
many total points is that again?
200. It's 50 for every
you,
incorrect.
thank you.
So 200 for your boy. Are you ready for number 2?
Yeah, real quick. It makes sense, guys. Hakeem having the fouls and
Yeah.
then Shaq having the rebounds makes sense over a long period. Like, damn. Okay, our bad. Anyway, yay, basketball.
I'm hanging on every word. Like,
only-
does this count?
he
Does this
only
count? Does this
speaks.
count? Does this count? Okay, ready for round 2?
Yep.
Here are your stats. 10.2 points. 81% from free throw. 49% field goal. 1.5 personal fouls per game. Your players are Jalen Brunson, Jalen Williams, Jalen Duren,
Okay, Jalen's.
and Jalen Johnson.
That's right, it's the Jalen Brown.
All right.
Jalen Brown, it's the Jalen Brown. Jalen Brown, it's the Jalen Brown.
First one that comes to mind for me.
Hang on, Trey.
1, 2, 3, 4. Jalen's 4. Jalen Brown.
Give me a second.
Feel like I gotta hear
Jeez.
that bar.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
You're missing at least 4 Jalen's, by the way, and maybe 5 Jalen's.
Oh, there's a dozen Jalen.
There's so many Jalen's in
But it's a
basketball.
That match, 15 of them.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Yeah, good luck.
Welcome to the Jalen episode.
Box score plus
Yeah, I was about to
minus.
say, this one's box plus minus.
First one that jumped out to me was the free throw percentage. Jalen Brunson, I think.
I like that.
Shoots high field or
Forgot that wasn't a hot toddy anymore. Took a big old swig.
I forgot
do-
the other stats.
I do like that. So 10.2 points. That's not Jalen Brunson.
No. That
Shout
sounds
out
like a
to
Duren.
Ryan.
That sounds like a Duren.
Ryan T MC17. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Appreciate
So
it.
the stats were the 10 point.
So 10.2 sounds like a Pistons player. So I think that's Jalen Duren. Yay, basketball. But he has been probably maybe the second or third best player, but we're going on averages, and they've had a horrible season. Again, yay, basketball.
Just to
81%.
reiterate,
81% free throw percentage. Could be Brunson. I think he gets to the line a lot more than that. And I think he shoots a higher percentage.
High, that's
basketball?
crazy high.
career
81% is really high.
I love the question.
Well-
Yay, basketball?
I honestly think it's either Duran or Brunson for the free throw percentage.
I'm sorry, the who? Duren or
Duran or Brunson, just because who are the other
Free
two
throw?
players?
J-Dub, Jalen Williams, the wing, if I'm not mistaken, Michael, yay, basketball from the Thunder. Yay,
Jalen
basketball.
Brunson,
Yes.
Jalen Williams, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson.
But Jalen
So
Williams is
Jalen
the
Johnson.
wing.
I think it
the-
goes Duren, Brunson.
Jalen
J-Dub.
Johnson is the Hawks, right?
I mean, Jalen
J-Dub
Williams is also
Johnson.
a wing, but
See, that's what I was thinking too, but I also think Johnson is playing out of his mind right now, and he's in a more center forward position.
Uh-oh.
So
I
what's
kinda
the
think
stats?
The field goal. So
Didn't flip
49% field goal. Do you think? But
Sure.
J Dub doing well. That one does make sense too.
I would go with
1.5.
J Dub with the field goal percentage if it was me over Johnson.
He's been playing great, but in our minds, has he been playing better than we actually think? Yeah, basketball.
yeah, because Johnson
Playing
was
better
Jalen
than
Johnson,
49%.
he's
playing great.
Jalen Johnson has been
and he's
life
been
changing for the
and he was
Hawks.
hurt, and he was hurt, so that
Yeah, basketball.
would make his
exactly. It could
percentage.
elevate. Okay,
Yeah.
then I think we switch these two on the bottom, and then we rock.
I need
this.
a
Yeah,
final
basketball.
answer.
Okay, is that what you want to do?
Final answer.
Okay,
What do you
final
think,
answer.
Brunson free throw percentage.
Final
right?
answer.
Jalen Brunson free throw percentage.
Okay.
Jalen Duren points. Jalen Johnson field goal percentage. J Dub personal fouls.
I apologize. Let's do it like this. Give me Brunson's stat.
81%
Give me Duran's stat.
points. Hey,
Give me Williams' stat.
personal fouls.
Nope. Nope.
And Jalen Johnson.
Nope.
No, it's Jalen Brunson 49%. Jalen Duran 10.2. You did have that right. Jalen Williams 81% from the line, and Jalen Johnson 1.5 personal fouls. A little tricky one there. A little tricky one there. So that's 150 more points for me. I love this game. Let's move on to question 3. Here are your stats, matey. Here are your stats. Your stats. What's a pirate's favorite
basketball.
letter?
It do be the C. It do be the C. Yeah, basketball.
It's R.
You would think that, but really it's the C.
It do be the C. Now tell me, my friends, what is Pirates' favorite NFL football team?
Take 10 points off.
Yeah, basketball. Shut
No,
up.
it's way too
Answer
late.
the question.
The Buccaneers.
Oh, I'm sorry. It do be the Chargers. Yeah, basketball. And then you ask, of course, what is a Pirate's favorite letter?
What is it?
Yeah, basketball. And it do be the C. Yeah, basketball.
Sick. All right, 35% three-point percentage, 75% free throw percentage, 2.9 turnovers, 3.7 rebounds. We're going with guards. Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, toilet paper himself, Tony Parker, and the child, Jason Kidd.
Oh, it's Colton the Goblin.
It's the free throw percentage 75.
35% three-point, 75% free throw, 2.9 turnover, 3.7 rebound.
3.7 rebounds.
35. 2.9 turnovers.
Dude, Jason Kidd got rebounds. I know that's not him.
Tony Parker.
He had more than that.
Tony Parker rebound.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson free throw percentage.
Yeah, because Steve Nash had
Steve
a high.
Nash a shooter. Jason Kidd turnover. 2.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's high up there in the assist leader, so he probably turned the ball over.
I think Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson and
No, leave it. You know what? You know what? They're points. You know what I mean? If we lose them, we lose them. We'll get it back next
cares?
time.
Yay,
'Cause you know what I know?
What?
Over the
Yeah,
course of the season, over the course of the year,
Oh.
the median will come back, and he won't be in first anyway. So
Until you keep that mentality long enough, and that won't be to say it that way. But yes, I like it. Final answer?
We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball.
All right. Give me Iverson's stat.
free throw percentage,
Give me Nash's stat.
3-point percentage,
Give me Tony Parker's stat.
rebounds,
And give me Jason Kidd's.
turnovers.
Nope.
It'll all come back to the median. 200 points for me. All 4 are correct. In our final
God
round,
damn
you guys ready to rock?
Oh my goodness!
Here we go.
It killed us. We didn't. Trey didn't even
was
say
just-
anything. Yeah, basketball.
I mean, I got my 1,000 points. Really.
Oh, he said, fuck you
I'm
guys.
just playing with you.
I don't need to participate, idiot. Know about Chris Kaman, is what he said.
I'm playing with you.
Learn about Chris Kaman, you dumb shits. Fuck you, you're on your own, is what he just said.
I'm just banking on the one question. in
That's
a
crazy.
week.
He is going to bet them all. All right. You don't know what the question's going to be.
It don't matter. I'm going to
Great.
get it
Also,
every time.
who said it's going to be every week?
It did say question of the week.
You said question.
That's a question of the day.
Oh, I would assume every
True.
day.
Damn
then.
it.
So I'll hit you guys up tomorrow and we'll ask you a question.
Yeah, you fucking better.
Here are your stats.
My phone just goes up. Woo, woo. How do you get in there?
What the hell?
All right.
Hit me on my next tail chart.
It doesn't. Okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. 0.6 free throw attempts per game. You heard it. 0.6 free throw attempts per game. 3 rebounds per game. 0.8 blocks per game. And 1.9 personal fouls per game. That's right. We're back to fucking personal fouls. And you know what?
Language.
Figure it out after I tell you the players. Guess.
Mean.
Alec Burks. Eddie House. Chetty Osman. And Jared Dudley. And now, figure it out.
I got this.
Eddie
Do
House.
it. Knock it
I
out.
got
Give
it,
it
right?
all of them.
So what's the stats?
I'm running with whatever he says.
What's the stats? Name them off for me, Bob.
0.6 free throw attempts per game, 3 rebounds, 0.8 blocks a game, and 1.9 personal fouls. You guessed it, a game.
So the 1.9
Personal fouls.
personal fouls. That's going to be Eddie House.
Eddie House.
What's the other 3 players?
Alec Burks,
Alec
Chetty Osman,
Burks,
Jared Dudley.
Jared
Hey
Dudley,
guys, sorry
Chetty
to tell
Osman.
you, I need an answer.
I got you. Don't worry.
I just
Here
needed
we
to
go.
know the players and the
Take
things,
10
and I
points
could
away from Bob,
process.
please.
Yeah, fuck. Yay, basketball.
Alec Burks, Chetty Osman. Okay, so Alec Burks is going to be
got a spell on you.
All right, so I'm thinking 0.6 free throws attempted a game is Eddie House. I just think of length of career.
Here, let's do it like this.
Yes.
Bob seems to be in charge. House, stat.
Free throw attempts.
Osman, stat.
Rebounds.
Dudley, stat.
Personal fouls.
Burks, stat.
Blocks.
Wow.
You get him?
Nope.
Oh, no, we split that round. No. Very, very close. I was going to be very impressed if you just fucking, you know, that would be so cool.
Eddie House was the free
Yeah,
throw?
basketball.
Eddie House had 0.6 free throws attempts. Yes. Chetty Osman had 3 rebounds per game. Jared Dudley, 0.8 blocks. And Alec Burks, 1.9 personal fouls per game. Wowee mama.
Wowie Zawa.
So, Justin, what do we finish that game with?
That game we finished with 650 to 150.
650 for me, 150 for you guys.
Yeah.
And what do we finish the day with? Because you guys got some points on Did This Do.
We finished the day 650 to 450 to 1450 to
450.
No.
What? How
No.
would he get anything alone?
410.
I apologize.
minus 40
I
points.
apologize. I forgot about yes. Of course. Well, I kind of had an idea.
Okay.
What's that?
Now, I was thinking like, wow,
I don't want to fucking do it.
we've got all these points, but I was like, what could we possibly do with them? Do you guys have any ideas what we should do with these points?
I don't
Now that
know.
we've got them all,
Trey, do you have any idea?
I think Justin knows.
What?
what should we do with these points,
What do you
Justin?
think, Justin?
Can we do some prop?
Should we gamble them away and props to you?
Oh, copyright law. Don't care. All right, fellows. Michael,
Yes.
you're in first
Of course.
place. 3,950 points.
Fact.
You've got Kawhi's over 24.5 tonight versus the Phoenix Suns.
Do 2,000.
2,000. He knows something. He knows. Hey, Trey, you've got in second place 3,200 points, and Paolo Banchero's over 29.5 versus the Timberwolves tomorrow. You do have an extra 1,000 points. What are you doing?
I'm going to do 500.
Oh, lame. Hey, Bob, third place, 2360.
Yes,
You've got
sir.
Terrence Mann over 6.5 points versus the Suns. How many points are you betting?
Wowee.
Give me 2,000.
Holy shit, dude. Fuck it up.
So much hope for
get
Terrence
it.
Mann. Hey, I've got John Morant's over 25.5. I am in last place with 2,250 big
all.
ones. I'm gonna bet. Okay. 2,250 big ones.
Yes! Yay, basketball.
Last time I did it, what happened?
Wow. Wow.
I don't know.
I won the month. You were actually trying to make me lose it.
To be fair, we only had 2 episodes of me trying to do that.
But I did it.
I'm just
Done.
saying. I'm just saying.
I didn't just not lose. I came in first.
If you want, I can come at you for a full month, but I just,
You came at me for the full month's worth of episodes.
I
we
decided
did.
that charity would prevail and that you.
I also
you know-
won my bet. Like that's what really happened.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
That's
I don't
doubled
think.
up.
I don't think there's any record of that.
There is.
Mm,
I don't think there's anything like that there.
Nope.
Hashtag Google Drive.
Storming right now. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for being here. We really do appreciate it. What a fun episode today has been. Again, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, hoodies. Here's a mug. Got a whole bunch of mugs abound, hats, stickers, all that good stuff. Yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, and follow us at @Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Just a reminder, we are recording live and streaming live from the Yay Studio.
Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Bob, you are released from your Yay basketballness. How was today for you?
Hey, not bad. I often finish the words that I say anyways with
Yay basketball.
Yay basketball. So no, I felt right at home. But no, it was a good week. And I also, while I'm here, glad to see none of your guys' names on the Epstein list. So
I was sweating bullets over there, man.
good job, Yay basketball.
Holy shit! Proud of us. Proud of us. Golly. Oh yeah, I sent Kyle a tweet from Morris Muse, which is just a Twitter account that is just like there's Stat Muse and all these different muses now. It's like the Barstool kind of thing. It's just about it said breaking Marcus Morris's name not found in the Epstein list. I said, "Oh, bless up, thank God." Justin, what do you got for the people, my boy?
Nothing. Thanks for being here. I do. Pacers currently beating the Celtics anyway.
Wow, holy shit, really?
By 1.
Hey, guess what?
Jason Tatum's not playing tonight.
That game.
4 minutes and 25 seconds left.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown has 36
Up by
points and
4.
39 fantasy points.
Can't
You're welcome.
truly
you.
can't.
Yeah, I don't know
believe
why
that
you're trying to
traded
keep
him away.
dogging on me when I gave you a thing. I'm helping you, and you're like, I'm gonna shit at him.
No,
like,
I'm just-
what the hell is this?
I'm thanking you.
Yeah, but why help selflessly? There's no such thing in this league. It doesn't make any
You're
sense.
gonna let me catch up to you and beat you in the playoffs, man. Thanks, bro.
Do you know how many games you're gonna have to win? To
Hey,
make
I'll
the
be in that 4th spot, guarantee it.
Yes,
You heard it here
Oh.
first. You heard it here first.
You're gonna make the 4 spot.
I will.
Okay. Speaking of which, before we log off, real quick, sorry to interrupt you, Trey, but I do just want to show the folks at home a little fantasy update. I have changed my name from Blood on the Reefs to the Crab Shangoons with the proper, what are those called, Bob? Umlauts?
Yeah, the umlaut is over the U.
Thank you very much.
That picture makes Shangoon look like an island boy.
I don't know that you can see. That's a good point. It does. Good point. I don't know that you can see the amount of work that went into that Canva right there. I am at 10-1. I had a win over kind of pretty much a bye week last week. Justin blows the doors off of George on the last day of the week, has his second best day of the season to beat George and go to 8-3. Kyle narrowly avoids disaster, playing last place. Jack, Jokic Joestar, gets the win, goes to 7-4. The bot has yet to slip. I mean, he's got 2 losses in a
he
row
will.
now, but he's going to be plummeting very quickly. George there, which, by the way, that does not say Giannis's name in Greek. It actually says the Greek equivalent of Sacramento Swizzlers, but there is no Greek word for Swizzler. So it actually translates directly to the Greek wind turbines.
Even better.
So George there sitting there at the 5 spot at 4-7. And then our hardworking father of 3-D, Trey, at 4-7 as well. He will need to take a game lead over George as he is significantly behind in points 4. And then 7th, our dearest Bob, who just took on Joel Embiid. Got a big win over Trey last week. Goes to 3-8, gets his first win, breaks the losing streak, and is a notable difference ahead of our last place lovely gentleman Jokic Joestar Jack there in 8th place. So those are the updates on the standings. Did you have something?
I just want to say Terry Rozier, 58 fantasy points.
Listen, we know about his current value. No one wants him long term. Trey, what do you have for the people?
Oh, guys, it's Winter Skin Relief Day.
It's what?
Winter Skin Relief
Winter
Day. So you got to
Skin
make
Relief.
sure. I mean,
Winter
I
Skin
personally am
Relief.
a Vanna
Is there-
Cream lotion type of guy.
Vanna
You a
Cream?
Jergens,
Yes.
Lubriderm?
I'm Vanny Cream all day.
Vanna Cream is.
I put that on the. I'm sitting there driving and I'm like doing this.
Are you telling me
shit
this
for
is
my knuckles,
National
bro.
Lotion Day?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
They
you thought-
can't call it that.
You thought my guess was going to be
Yeah.
cocoa butter, huh?
No.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is. I don't use lotion.
You don't. You don't know
Hey,
what cocoa.
I would guess aloe.
No shit. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you. We love you so much. This has been a very, very, very fun episode. We hope to make every week just as fun as this one was. We hope to see you back next week. Don't forget, say it with me. Yay, basketball.
Yay, basketball.